Russia's central bank just declared war on your private keys. The Bank of Russia is pushing to ban non-custodial wallets as part of a new legislation. In fact, their first deputy governor called self-custody this week, quote, irresponsible. He wants a new bill that would force all Russians to hold crypto only through state-licensed depositories. They want to know every wallet, control every coin, and there are big global implications. Here's today's big story. The remarks coming at the Moscow Exchange Forum this week were definitely on the record, and what's notable, of course, is what the nation of Russia wants on the record about its citizens' crypto positions. The bill already in the state Duma was introduced April 1st and lists approved participants in the economy as exchanges, brokers, depositories, and more. Not on the list, you, the individual holding their own keys. Of course, this is a new governments want to control money and have done so with gold ever since 1930. Now they're doing it with Bitcoin, and they're doing it on the global stage. There's one detail worth watching. The bill doesn't technically ban cold wallets, just ignores them entirely. Legal experts speaking at the forum said future amendments could come in and ease the battle to self-custody, but it's clear the fight is not over. What's clear is the Bank of Russia wants regulated intermediaries not to be disintermediated by Bitcoin, the same model they use for stocks and bonds. They want to force on 46 million Russians. All of this comes as Russia debating its own version of the Clarity Act currently in Washington. Theirs is called the Digital Currency and Digital Rights Bill, was introduced in the state Duma this April. The fight there now moving to a second reading, but the expectation is very much that the bill will be passed this summer. For Bitcoiners, it's an age-old story. Every government in the world trying to control or exercise wealth. The Association of Russian Banks is already pushing for liberalization of the bill, and now the local industry is fighting back. For those in Russia, it's been a rocky road, the nation having its own back and forth on what to do about Bitcoin since all the way back in 2015, when President Vladimir Putin became one of the first global leaders to address Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. He's since said that, quote, the technology can't be banned, statements that have sent shockwaves globally. Still, it's clear that the country is trying to do its best to minimize capital flight, force a migration to a Russian ruble stablecoin, and otherwise keep control of its citizens. This isn't the first attempt by a large nation state to legislate non-custodial Bitcoin wallets out of existence, and it won't be the last. Russia just showed you exactly why self-custody exists. Not your keys, not your coins, and now a government is literally trying to make that law. The best way to defend yourself? Take control of your own private keys. The Trezor Safe 7 is now out, and there's a Bitcoin-only model that I use personally. You can check it out at trezor.io today.